Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for mid-January 2022. We're going to jump right in here, Leo, and we are going to do the mega, ultra, huge, gigantic Celtic cross for the middle of your month. This is actually going to be part 1. We're going to even go deeper in part 2, and you can find part 2 down in the description, or the pinned comment down below. Maybe one day I'll actually know what I'm talking about, and I'll get that right. But Leo, let's see what we have going on for you. You start here in your current general energies, by the way, with the Eight of Swords and the Page of Wands. I look at this as like a baby, right? If you've ever, it's like if you've ever had a baby and, they turn a certain age, I don't know, 2 or something like that, and it's like they learn how to walk for the first time. It's like they don't want to be they don't want to be held. They don't want to be restrained, right? They want to be, exploring and like going all over the place. And I kind of get that feeling for you. Damn, this is a good reading. Your outcome is amazing. Judgment and 10 of Pentacles. Really nice. So I kind of get that feeling of like having a very strong desire to be to explore, but being restrained, being kind of held back. This could be literally like you're wanting to travel, and because of the restrictions or whatever, you're not traveling. It could be more figurative as well. It's like there could be something you want to have in your life, and maybe you're being restricted in some other way, like financially or time or something like that. The Eight of Swords is like self-imposed restriction. It kind of like, this reading is kind of saying to me, where there's a will, there's a way. You don't have the Chariot here, and the Chariot is really my card that says where there's a will, there's a way. But I kind of get those vibes from just, taking everything in here. I get those like where there's a will, there's a way type of vibe. So I feel like for some of you, it's like needing to think about that. In the area of your crossing energy, this can be what hurts you or helps you. You have the Hangman and the Temperance card. The Hangman says you've put yourself in Hangman mode. You've like gained or gathered information that could be making you very successful. And the Temperance card is like a card of turning one thing into another. I think that the Temperance card is probably the thing that is missing. It's like sometimes I think we are lacking critical information, right? It's like if we just knew something, then we'd be very successful. But it's like knowing where to find that knowledge can be a little bit difficult. It reminds me, there's a book called The Sovereign Individual, which basically predicted Bitcoin in like 1996 or something like that. And I read that book like last year. I've read it like 10 times since. Amazing book, by the way. But what I would say is, it's like, imagine if I had that information, but like back in 2000 or something like that. Then I could have bought Bitcoin when it came out, and I'd be a bajillionaire. I don't know, I'd be on a boat somewhere, probably a yacht. Or I don't know, I'd probably be on Mars with Elon or something like that. But what I would say is, it's like sometimes it's like we need information. The Hangman. Temperance is like, where is it? Or like, how do I mix two things together to get the information in the first place, right? So it's kind of like weird. It does remind me of 10 of Pentacles energy. 10 of Pentacles in the playing card reading system is the 10 of Diamonds. The 10 of Diamonds in the Lenormand is called the book, and it kind of represents hidden or secret information. I always get this for you, Leo. It's like there is critical information that you need to find. And how are you going to find it? Well, number one, let's just jump into it. I feel like people around you could have good information. 3 of Cups. So there could be people or relationships that you have with people where they have good information. So I would like do your research. But again, I know I'm speaking generally here, but I do feel like this is very general. Could be in business, in work. This could be in your career. It could be for love as well, that this information exists. I would say any area of your life where you are feeling stuck, 8 of Swords, Page of Wands, where you are feeling like you want to spread your wings and fly, that is the area of your life that I would be looking for information. So again, where do you find this information? 3 of Cups, your community. People around you. What's the challenge? King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is very stuck in his ways. He only sees one way of doing things. It's like, have you ever watched any of those like, restaurant shows like Restaurant Impossible, or I don't know, the one with Gordon Ramsay? I can't remember the name of that one. Restaurant Rescue or something like that. Whatever it is, I don't care. Doesn't matter. The whole point is like every single episode. Now I know it's TV and it's probably mostly fake, but for the most part, it's like every single time the owner is like resistant to the changes. It's like you're not going to listen to a guy that owns like 100 restaurants and has like 2,000 Michelin stars. You're not going to listen to Gordon freaking Ramsay, who knows what he's talking about, right? And it's like they all have that resistance. King of Pentacles. 3 Cups is Gordon Ramsay. It's like he has all this experience, he has all this knowledge, and he knows what he's doing. And that's how I'm seeing this reading. I'm not saying you're being stubborn or anything, Leo, but I'm just saying we all have this. I've done this a million times in my life. So again, I'm not calling you out here. People always get offended. And what I would say is, I'm not calling you out. I've done it, right? But it's like there could be a person in your life who just knows more than you, and they could have like critical information, something that could lead to 10 of Pentacles. So I do feel this reading is kind of saying, like, open up to find that information. But also, as always, I always say this to you, because you always get the King of Pentacles, Leo. I would open up to the new ways of doing things. There just could be different ways that you are resistant to, but they actually work. And that's what the King of Pentacles kind of says. Next in your foundation, you have the Eight of Wands and the Death card. Love it, because this to me says you are open to change. You are open to it. Eight of Wands is a quick conclusion, or, you know, charging forward towards something. The Death card, it's like number one, the king is dead, and also this guy is begging for his life, this priest, which could represent your beliefs or things that you believe. So again, just kind of like another little clue that says like some old beliefs, King of Pentacles beliefs, could be being released by you at this time. It's going to lead to very quick success with that Eight of Wands. Again, very, very simple reading, and very successful reading as well. Next, in the area of your past, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Swords. Pretty good energy, actually. I mean, you know, I feel like for some of you, maybe you're moving more towards the center of the wheel. The wheel is always spinning around us. We pretty much want to be in the middle of the wheel. We don't want to be on the outside, because that's where we get tossed around, kind of like a, you know, washing machine. We're just getting tossed around all over the place. The Ace of Swords is a victory, but it's also the truth. And you know, for some of you, again, I see you being at the center of the wheel here, where it's like things are always changing around you, but you're upright. When you are at the center of the wheel, you're always up. You're pointing up, your body, right? And the wheel is spinning around you, so it's like you see things that are coming your way. You also are more in control of the direction that the wheel spins. There's this snake on the side of the wheel over here, and that snake represents like your vibrations, the energy that you give off, and how your energy controls your situations in life. So I feel like you're more in control of your energy. I feel really good about this. So I feel a lot of you, it's kind of like it's a weird word that's popping into my head. I feel a lowering of your energy. I don't think this is a bad thing, though. It's not like you're lowering your energy. That's not what the message is saying to me. But it's like sometimes I think life, you know, humbles us, or, you know, kind of makes us more calm or something like that. And that's more the energy that I feel. If you maybe look at yourself 20 years ago, it's like maybe you had more moments where you'd like rush to anger, or it could be anything. You know, maybe you had moments where you tried to force things to happen. Much more like calmer, lower energy, but in a good way. Again, I don't mean lower like in a bad way. So I like this. It's like a calming of the energy. Next, in the area of the near future, you have the Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Really willing to work. I feel like you're willing to put the hard work in, and you're willing to kind of like step off into a new world. We're all stepping off into this new world. Pretty much everyone gets cards like the Two of Wands nowadays, and the World, the Three of Wands. All these cards are coming up. I feel really good about this Knight of Pentacles. I'm not a big fan of the Knight of Pentacles either. To me, he can represent being too cautious or not making a move, but I really feel like you are making moves at this time. I feel like you're kind of moving towards your desires. I feel like you're kind of trying to work on things. For a lot of you, I feel like you're literally just working, like literally on projects, businesses, things like that. We even see that here. In the area of the next few months, you have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Two of Pentacles is like work hard, play hard. It's like working very, very hard. I feel like you are working hard. I just feel the Two of Swords is talking about balance here. Two twos, right? This is like major balance, or needing to balance things out. So in a lot of ways, I feel that you are creating a lot of balance in your life with this energy, but it's asking you to. Like, for example, you might be working too hard. So I feel like this is saying, you know, don't make sure that you don't work yourself to the bone. Make sure you're taking care of yourself and all those other things. You know, I kind of feel good about this as well, even though you have the Two of Swords. Some tarot readers actually read every single two as being positive in the tarot, and that is definitely a legitimate way to read the tarot. So, you know, again, I feel good about this, and I kind of feel like it's more just saying you're probably going to be wanting to work hard. I feel like you feel motivated, especially with that Eight of Wands right next to it, right there. It's like, look at this top row. You end with the Judgment card and the Ten of Pentacles. So clearly you are motivated to do the work on whatever it is you're working on or working towards. In the area of your closest relationships, you have the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Number one, I feel like you're very attractive at this time, Leo, with that Queen of Wands. So I would go for it if you're looking for love. It doesn't matter what gender you are. But I feel like you're in this very much like this, you're either for me or against me type of mentality. And again, I don't feel this in a toxic way. I feel like you're just like not going to give, if someone's against you, I feel like you're just not going to give them the time of day. If the people that are for you in your life, I feel like those are the people that you're going to be investing your energy in with these cards. So I really like that. I also feel like you're getting more creative with your relationships. It's like maybe you're kind of looking to build your relationships in a creative way, but I also feel like you're benefiting creatively from your relationships. Like the people in your life are going to have ideas. Remember, we were talking all about how there's clearly some critical information that's coming in for you that's available to you, but you're kind of having to dig for it. And again, it could come from people. I think it would be a really, really good time for you to like have a mastermind, especially if you're like in business or something, having a group of people you can just bounce ideas off of. You never know. It's like that could be where you get your like $1 million idea. That could be where you find love. Maybe you're like, you have friends who are actually serious about love and you get together and you like try to go out and pick up some dudes or pick up some chicks or whatever you're into. I don't care, right? Doesn't matter. What I would say is what matters is that you're taking action. I feel like you're more into it. So that's going to lead to some results is what I would say to you. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Three of Swords and the Five of Wands. I would be careful of disappointing yourself. It's kind of interesting. This sucks, right? But your last two cards, your outcome is the Judgment and the Ten of Pentacles. To me, whenever I get this, something like this and then that, it's kind of like saying, there might just be some hiccups. There might be some bumps along the way. Don't get too disappointed. Don't let the, kind of like the failures drag you down. Overall, if you're trending in the right direction, I feel like you're moving in the right direction. If you're not, then obviously pay attention to that. But for the most part, I feel like this reading is going in the right direction. I feel definitely something could be missing. It's like maybe you're missing love, maybe you're missing something else in your life. So I would try to figure out what that is and try to fill it. The Five of Wands is a card of adventure. Even though it's a card of conflict and competition, I would just be careful of that feeling. I always say if something is for you, it's for you. People always ask me, is there too much competition on YouTube? I'm like, well, yeah, there are billions of people on YouTube, or there's like billions of videos that are getting posted all the time. But it's like, if something is for you, it's for you. It's like, I personally feel it doesn't matter how much competition there is in a certain industry or a certain area of your life. If you're meant to do something, you will rise to the top, plain and simple. It doesn't matter how many people exist that are doing it. So I feel like this Five of Wands is saying, just do it. Whatever you're thinking about, I would just put yourself out there. You will be successful. And look, here you go. Your outcome is amazing. You have the Ten of Pentacles in the Judgment card. It's success, abundance. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want in your life. So this is a really good reading. Judgment card definitely says listen to your higher self. Like I said, Ten of Pentacles really good. I feel like it's just talking about success, but I also feel that, like I said, there is definitely some critical information coming in for you. It's pretty simple. It's in an area of your life where you're feeling stuck. Just to cover it real quickly, in an area of your life where you're feeling stuck, and I feel like the information will be coming through friends, friend group, community, people around you. So I would definitely be networking, working with other people, blah, blah, blah. There you go. So thank you for being here, Leo. Really appreciate it. Part 2 is linked up in the comments down below, so make sure to check out part 2. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.